Hi, my name's Ian. I'd like to do a short video showing a way I like to approach stretching the whole body. We'll start with the neck, 6 stretches, 3 different kind of dimensions that you'll see. We'll start forward and back. I usually start holding stretches about 10 breaths. If it opens up quicker, you can do less. If it needs more, if it needs to make some minor variations, keep going that way. Then we'll go back, hands on the chest, gently pulling down and letting the head come back as the chin comes up. Again, hold it as long as you need. Next to the side, gently pulling with the hand if needed. You can let it go further down the spine or keep it just neck. And other side. I'm feeling it different on the right, so I'm trying different stretches on the right to get the stiff parts open. Next we'll do turning. You can just hold the head turned, or you can lean different ways with the turn. Next, the shoulders will start going up relative to the torso. I like to do that in a child pose. Lean to one side. Pull the hand back to get into the tricep. Next, we'll reach down. I like to sit on the hand. You can lean the head to the side or set it lower and then just come upright, letting the shoulder blade drop down. You may feel this through the hand. Setting the hand in different ways will get a different stretch. But start where you need it. And play with leaning into the stretch in different ways. That one's very different. Next, cross. Shoulder blade up or down will feel different. Turning the shoulder can also change it. And whether the shoulder blade stays back or is allowed to come forward will also change the stretch. Next, out. Just reaching out can be a great stretch, usually subtle and slow. Turning the hand different ways can help you feel it more, as well as turning the head. Moving the shoulder blades around can help reaching out away from the body. Eventually you'll be able to feel movement outward with the shoulder blades. Next, forward and back. We can reach the shoulder blades forward while leaning on them, stretching the upper and middle back. We can do it with bent elbows. Moving the shoulder blades around will help you stretch deeper and feel the subtle differences more. Now back. A very important part of this stretch is this space under here, a muscle called the serratus anterior. Letting this open, the shoulder blade come back, I would say probably more important than the arm coming back. When you can feel that happen, you'll be able to sense what you're doing with the shoulder better and lean into the stretch deeper and more safely. Leaning the head back can also increase the stretch. Allowing the chest to collapse or expand will also change the stretch. Now the hip. First reaching back. Or with a straight leg. We can drop the low back down to isolate the hip flexor. Or allow it to stretch through the belly. Much tighter on my right side. You can also do this stretch laying on your side. Next, forward. I like to put my back against a wall, an arch. We can get the feet involved, pull them in different ways. The slight bend of the knee will change the stretch as well. Sitting in a squat also stretches forward. Or we can do one at a time. Next, we'll stretch out for the inner thigh. A soft surface is good for the knees to rest on. Leaning forward and back, twisting side to side will help you find the nooks and crannies. Crossing the legs, bringing them to the other sides. Good for the IT bands and glutes. Clearly, I need to do this a lot. You can do one at a time. Straight or bent knee. Turned or straight will stretch differently. Letting the hip, the pelvis rock over with the leg will also stretch differently, more through the low back and core. Lastly, mobilizing in and out. You can do them at the same time, same direction, same time, or opposite, or one at a time. Again, fixing at the hip, so only the hip is moving, or letting the pelvis rock with it will stretch differently. Both will get a better stretch, and we'll start to show you how muscles work together across different joints to accomplish these basic movements, like bringing a leg in or out in relation to our center of mass and movement. Once we've done 6 basic stretches for each of the 3 major regions, I like to open the core a bit. The core's major function is breathing, expanding and contracting, something that the limbs don't do. So very different biomechanics play into this region that then also affect the other 3 areas. I recommend starting just exhaling more deeply from a position of rest. You can actively reach into the exhale with muscle contraction, kind of forcing it. You can also passively relax into it. Taking different positions of rest will allow you to feel your body breathe in different relations to gravity. The different positions will highlight different aspects of the core and their potential for moving in this breathing movement. Lastly, spending a few minutes or more breathing in a more meditative way, just focusing on your body, feeling your body deeply, and kind of checking in with what's happening in this body now. You can start to discover what you're actually doing with your body all the time, more and more. This gives you more control over your body in situations in which you need control, as well as more freedom to express yourself in whatever way you need at that moment, thus giving you more embodied freedom, if that sounds interesting to you. One simple way to do this, popular breathing method these days, has been called by some box breathing, where you do a 4-count up, or inhale. You don't really want to go up too much. 4-count hold at the top of the inhale, then a 4-count exhale, and a 4-count hold at the exhale. This gives you time to slow down the breathing and the heart rate. Sometimes I use the heart rate to count the 4s in each phase of breathing. And it also allows you to kind of relax into the inhale, relax into the exhale when you're holding in each of those, and study the movement of breathing, which we could say is the most important movement. We could also say the heart beating is the most important movement, and chicken or the egg. But in terms of movement, working out at the gym, before we think about building our muscles bigger or stronger, how are we breathing? So just take some time at the end of each session to check in with how you're breathing. And as you learn more how to stretch out the whole body, you will begin to discover how the whole body, the tension through the whole body, affects our breathing, restricts our breathing, could be holding in an inhale position, holding in an exhale position, maybe both. But developing more control, awareness, and freedom in the breathing system is a foundation for healthy movement and a full life. Thank you. I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know any comments, suggestions, besides taking care of my gross toes, that you may have for me. I hope this has been helpful. Please let me know any other video ideas that you would like to try or for me to try in the future.